Good morning. It is Wednesday, and this is your midweek encouragement. So last week, if you want to scroll down to last week's midweek encouragement, we talked about Psalm 1, and today we're going to talk about Psalm 2. So we're going to make this really easy. It's going to take us a long time to get through the Psalms, but that's okay. We have nothing but time, right? Time is going to go by anyway. We might as well spend it reading the Psalms. So put that down because I'll spill it for sure. So we're going to talk about Psalm 2 and just kind of the first 4 verses maybe. But it starts off with, why do the nations rage and the peoples plot in vain? So the idea of raging is there's turmoil, the people are loud, divisive, there's just kind of chaos. And what we see in the second verse is these people had set themselves against the Lord and against his anointed. Like they didn't want to be under the authority, the control of the Lord or his anointed one. And so what happens when we don't want to submit to the authority and direction of Christ, when we try to do it on our own, everybody's trying to do it on their own, you have turmoil and chaos. And so while this is going on, while the people are in chaos, I love verse 4. It says, he who sits in the heavens laughs. And first of all, just the idea that our God laughs, I like that. But why is he laughing? And the more I thought about this, it's because he's in complete control. Like he's in complete control. He is not concerned about the enemy's efforts to undermine him. Like when you are secure in your place, when you're secure in who you are in Christ and in your obedience to God, then the enemy can rage all they want. And actually, righteousness in you will always bring out rage in the enemy. So the enemy is raging, but the Lord is laughing because he is completely unconcerned. He's in control. I love Christy Roberts, if you're watching. I love when we talked about the stormy sea in Mark and Jesus is asleep in the boat and the disciples are like, do you not care? Christy made the comment, she described Jesus as being unbothered by the storm. And I literally wrote that in my Bible because I love that picture of Jesus in the midst of chaos being completely unbothered by it all. And that's kind of the picture I have here of God just being unbothered. It reminds me of Proverbs 31:25 when it talks about the Proverbs 31 woman, this kind of like ideal woman of faith. It's kind of like portions of a bunch of women, but it says, the woman who fears the Lord laughs at the days to come. So she looks at what the enemy maybe wants to scare her with or make her fearful of, and she laughs. Why? Because she knows God is in control. The woman in Proverbs 31 can laugh at the days to come for the same reason that God who sits in the heavens laughs in Psalm 2, because he is completely in control and he is unbothered. And that's what I want for myself. Like when the storms, when the waters are raging, that I would be unbothered, because it doesn't matter how much turmoil there is around me. It doesn't matter how loud the enemy yells and rages. It doesn't matter the chaos that he tries to create around us. Our God is in control, and our God sits in heaven and laughs at the rage of the enemy. And so we, as Proverbs 31 women, can also laugh at the days to come, unbothered, because our God is in control. So I love each of you so much, and I hope this day finds you in a great place. I hope you get to enjoy some of the sunshine that we've been having this week. And leave comments, questions, prayers. If there's something I can be praying about, please leave it down there. And I'll see you next week for Psalm 3. Love y'all. Bye-bye.